Good afternoon, Ms. Haywood. This is John Anderson speaking. I'd like to thank you for our last meeting and also thank you for inviting us back for a second meeting. Getting right into it, we took a look at your implementation plan that you mentioned more directly, being prepared to install, train, and upkeep the software that you're selling. Basically, this comes down to bringing on hardware and software employees or somebody to help you with these tasks. For the software aspect, we shuffled through some ideas, which then we came down to basically contracting out any software needs that you would need. There's no point in hiring on a full-time employee. You just started the company, and it's good to save money where you can at some points. Also, the hardware side, we'd like to see you working on and installing the software yourself at this point right now. As we said before, there's no sales as of right now, and they'll be slowly coming in, but there won't be too many. Also comes down to saving money, as I mentioned before. Once sales begin to pick up, we'd like to look into hiring employees and everything like that, but that's more so down the road.
All right, Ms. Haywood. My name is Sam Plott. We talked to you last time, I don't know if you remembered. He was talking about hiring employees for your implementation plan, but there's also other employees that you're going to have to hire to make this company run smoothly. And while in the beginning these are going to be a financial burden on you, you're going to have to look at this in the long run for some of these employees. Like this first one here, this is the network specialist. This person is going to be running your WAN and LAN networks, and it's something that's going to be crucial once you do start making sales, because this employee is going to have to be there for you to run the servers that make your program run smoothly when customers do need something from it. And if it's not running smoothly at all times, then it's going to make them want to leave your firm and go with a different route. So your options for network specialists are going to be a full-time employee, a part-time employee, or a contracted employee. A full-time employee, they'll be the most knowledgeable about the company in the long run, but they will be the most expensive option. While the part-time employee will be the cheapest option, but it will really be hard to find someone that is proficient enough in the area that you're wanting them to be and be able to maintain the servers in an effective way with low hours. And a contracted person will initially be the most effective, but they'll have multiple companies to focus on. So he or she may not be the most knowledgeable about your company and will not be able to be there for you in the long run. And for these reasons, we recommend that you hire a full-time network specialist, because in the long run, this person will be able to do the most for your company. And while it will be the most expensive, they'll be the most versatile because they have learned so much about you and they've been there with you while you were small and have been able to grow with you. Next, you're going to have to hire a salesperson. This is going to be the way that your company makes money and grows alongside with your marketing. Your options for this are going to be a full-time employee, a part-time employee, or something that we thought of, which was using you as a salesperson. A full-time employee would be a great investment for the long run, but it'll be the most expensive option and could cause a loss of profits because of the commission aspect. A part-time employee will be the cheapest option, but we also believe that to find somebody in a selling position that could sell at the level that you want them to, it will be hard. And yourself, you have the most knowledge about the company, and it would take away from your day-to-day operations, which would cause a definite need for an office manager. Once we looked at all of these, we agreed that the person you needed the most was you as a salesperson, because of your knowledge of the company and your drive for client relations. With this, you could also waive your commission fees, which would allow your company to retain more profits initially until you could either start to get commission for yourself or hire a salesperson that would be based on commission. Next, if you do take the position as salesperson, you're going to need an office manager. We recommended a full-time office manager because this would allow you to develop better client relations than someone that's a part-time, because a part-time employee will not be there all the time and it'll take longer for them to get back. Initially, you have to build your brand awareness, and if you don't have someone there that they can trust and communicate with, and they're going to want to leave you. So we recommend a full-time employee, and while this is a big expense, we think it will help save you money when you're the salesperson that you could further put into the office manager position. And last but not least, for hiring employees, you're going to need someone that can do some marketing stuff for you. In the medical industry, it's crucial to have someone that can build your brand awareness. We recommend a contracted employee because they will initially be the most effective, and that's what you're looking for on the ground running. They will have multiple companies to focus on, but they will most likely have experience in the medical industry, which will lead to you gathering a better groundwork for the marketing that you're looking to do. Their strategy will be something that they know is based on the medical industry and will not cause any problems as far as adapting to the medical industry or not, because as we both know, this industry is based solely on brand awareness and how trustworthy your company is.
Jane Haywood, this is Johnny Balmer. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the accounting and finance decisions of your company. We have given you 3 options to decide how you should handle the company's finances. Your options include the owners handling financials, hiring a bookkeeper, or contracting out the work to a firm or a larger company. Our decision, or what we feel like you should do, is to do it yourself. This is addressing your attitude towards the bookkeeping and accounting. As a business owner, Ms. Haywood, you must have a basic understanding of the business's financial situation. And this is where the board of directors could come in and help you out. The board could be useful in mentoring you on how to properly manage the financial side of your business. In this, try to gain experience in filling out financial spreadsheets, interpreting data, and understanding financial statements. We realize lots of numbers can sometimes be daunting. However, the subject you cannot afford to avoid. And for this reason, we recommend that you use the online bookkeeping system that will allow you to do your finances in-house on your own. This will give your board members the chance to inspect and mentor you on your finances, and it will give you the financial experience you need as a business owner.
I'm Eli Grogan, and an important aspect of any startup company is employee motivation. Some programs that you might want to incorporate are catered lunches, company outings, acupuncture, massages, gym membership, or a dietitian. Another thing you should focus on is work habits. We're going to show you a video about a possible scenario that could happen.
I'd like to recognize a guy who always goes above and beyond. Come in here any Saturday and you'll find Lee cranking away. Go Lee. Lee, I'm pleased to announce that you've been promoted to Senior Account Supervisor.
You know how they've been all over us about setting new business appointments? Right, top priority, they said. Well, I've led the pack for the last 6 months. That suck-up hasn't even picked up the phone, but he gets promoted over me. No, I'm not.
I'm shocked. It's my chair. I mean, this is ridiculous.
In the department we've just been watching, which of the following activities do you think is most likely to increase? Even though setting new business appointments was purported to be the top priority, the person who got promoted was rewarded for being in the office on Saturday, not for setting new business appointments. One of the absolute facts of management is that you always get more of what you recognize.
Motivating your employee.
So, Ms. Haywood, after looking at this video, it's obvious you can't look at employee work habits on the surface level. You must reward employees on actual results rather than how hard they appear to be working. Creating corporate culture is also another important aspect you need to look into. It's something you really build yourself, but we believe that if you base it off of Google, that is a pretty good idea because even though it's much larger than your company, it's still based off of a technology startup. And we suggest that you utilize their culture page to get a good feel of what to look for.
All right, Ms. Haywood, it's me, Sam, again. I know we've talked to you a lot in this meeting, and it can be overwhelming because even us as consulting, it was overwhelming for us to look at all this information and compile it in something that we felt was clear and concise. And for that reason, again, we're going to be sending you all the stuff that we've gone over in this meeting today, and that includes our presentation and a paper that goes a bit more in depth on what we're going to be going over. So we're going to send that to you, and we would just like to thank you once again for letting us come out, and we hope to hear from you in the future and see that things are going well for you. Thank you.